list is the Studio Camper XB build. So I'm gonna keep this car here for the next few weeks and probably get started in the next day or so. So the idea for this thing is, first off, just do a little more research, see what we can do with this kind of vehicle in terms of building a, well, it's supposed to be a camper. Obviously, it's not the biggest platform to use for a camper build, but you'd be surprised at how spacious it actually is in the back. There's actually already videos out there that I've kind of inspired from that show you how to turn the back of an XB. This specific model too, how to turn the back of it into somewhere where you can actually comfortably sleep and go camping in. It's hard to get an idea right now, but it's actually more spacious than it looks in the rear of an XB. So if you think about it, that's like maybe a 4x4 cubicle space. Just to give you guys a small idea, I had planned to put a futon here facing sideways, tables, and like a foot pump sink under that side door window, but you can still actually access that side. And then over here, we'll have a shelving unit where all of my art tools and other material will go. We'll figure out where all the extra storage and where we'll place like secret nooks and crannies. So really what we're basing this plan off of are some of the YouTube videos that I showed you earlier. Having all of these other references to base our idea off of just makes it easier for us. And then we can actually like take the best of all of these ideas and really hone down on a super finessed studio camper build specifically made out of this Scion XB. It's only really meant for smaller people. Like I don't even know what my height is anymore. I'll let you guys guess. I'm not that short, but I'm also Filipino, okay? So they're not all that tall. Basically, I'll be sleeping like this. Also, I'm gonna get one of those swivel seat bases for the front passenger seat so I can turn that around and then it can act as an extension to the futon. And that's probably where I'm gonna like lay my head down. Hopefully it'll be enough space for me and Gohan, because that's the idea. Is once the studio camper is built out of this XB, I'll be bringing this around all around Canada, mostly in the mountain areas, so that me and my dog can just enjoy nature for what it is. And then the cherry on top is this will double as my studio. So it'll have everything I need to be able to draw off-grid, basically. Dude, I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be one of the more exciting builds on this channel because there's gonna be a lot of super DIY custom work that'll be needed to go into this kind of project. So that's what I'm excited about, and that's kind of where we came from, was the super unique DIYs, you know? How can you really make your own personal whatever it is more different than the next guy? All right guys, you know what? Let's start dismantling the XB. Well, not dismantling it, but at least start gutting the interior. Well, first off, this is a little bit misleading. It looks like there's not that much room here, but you can actually take out this hidden compartment, and this trunk space actually goes down to the level of where the passenger's feet go. So it goes down pretty deep. Since we're actually not really going to be using interior pieces of this XB, we can reappropriate everything inside here. One of the mottos on this channel, guys, make the most with what you're given, or with what you have. Bros, we still got the spare tire. And also, this is practically brand new jack. It doesn't even look like it's been opened. But that's a good sign. That means this XB hasn't ever been put in a situation that it's ever needed to be used by the previous owner. Also, we still got our spare tire. This thing's so dinky though. Nice, a spare Kmart key tag. All right. I think it goes deeper. Just gotta remove everything else. So let's see what we're working with. What I have envisioned for this thing, there is no going back.
Where did you come from? I never planned to fall in love, but then again, no dice. Can I call you tonight? I'm dying to see your smile. I just wanna say I got you right.
I mean, look guys, to really give you an idea just how spacious this is, but I guess I am kind of a small person. We'll have a seat right here where we can draw. It'll also double as a foot pump sink. There's so many little gadgets and stuff I want to get for this build. Like actually, there's this, it doesn't even have to be a foot pump, but Amazon sells it for like 20 bucks. It's one of the USB automated ones where it automatically dispenses water. We'll do our best.
Queer captain of the ship, passive in a fit of rage, in the age of passive petty. You a party pooping patty. I pop off the party in a pinch. I'm pop-a-lop, crack-a-lackin', Cadillac-in', pimpin'. Well, not really. Guess I'm more
I don't know what this rear bar is attached to, but it is definitely part of this rear seat. And also, I lied, guys. Took a little peek. It goes pretty deep down, but I don't think that's the same level as where the passenger feet go. Again, we'll make use with what we got. Picture this. It's pretty much where the sitting height is gonna be. Yeah, there's still a lot of headroom, dudes. Take this out.
I just do this. I should probably have it figured out, but I need a break. I'm kinda new to this. Strictness, petty Judases, backstabbing.
So underneath all of this, there is a 12mm bolt. Oh, on the bottom of the back rear seats, just kind of peel back the cover, you'll find the bolt, one right there, on this side, one right there, and then the same thing, there and the other side.
This a flea flicker, pot sticker, please. I'm the Carteroid king. Come in place, thief.
Yeah! It's starting to look a lot more spacious in here. This we ain't gonna need. Guys, it's not as low as I thought it was gonna be, but we're gonna do our best to get rid of as much of whatever is even back here as we can. That way, we pretty much have a blank slate, blank canvas to start off with, you know? And then from there, I'll take my photos, and then we'll probably go home, upload them to Photoshop, and then really give ourselves a better idea. Kind of like mock it up, make rough drafts and concept of what we're gonna be putting inside here. Like I have the idea. On this side, there's gonna be a bed slash futon that's gonna connect to the front here, which we're gonna be attaching onto a swivel base so that the front seat, the passenger seat, can actually turn around, and then it'll double as an extension to this futon so that I can actually lay down perfectly straight. And then on this side, like some of the videos that I've showed you before on this channel, we're gonna have a cabinet, and then beside the cabinet is where the sink is gonna go, but we're also gonna have it double as a table as well for us to be able to do our work on. So editing on our laptop, drawing more so, but we can make coffee on it. We can use it as a sink. It's actually depending on what equipment we're actually gonna buy for this thing. I don't know if we're gonna be cutting a hole in the wall to be able to ventilate it with some sort of fan. Or maybe we won't even cook in here because I don't want it to smell. So we'll have some sort of table attachment to go on the side of the cabinet system. And then that way we can have that as a fold-out table for picnics or an actual designated table for us to be able to cook our food on. Guys, I've dreamed about this build for the longest time. Now I'm really excited about this build because it basically takes everything we've learned to this day about how to build cars and of course, how to do renovations like house construction. Pretty much this build is gonna be a culmination of all the experience and everything we've learned to date. I'm excited, you guys are excited. Hopefully you guys are excited for this project too. Without further delay, let's keep ripping things out. Cheers. Mini test, mini test. Imagine this was a chair. This is actually kind of close. Maybe we can extend the base over here. But, whoa, maybe that's a little too high. Interesting, interesting. Let's put it down here. That's too low. That's way too low. Just getting ideas right now. Alright friends, nice and clean back here. There's nothing else we can take off that can be taken off. I guess we can do the sides here, but I mean, I have ideas to cover it. And also, that's just gonna expose the top hats of our coilovers. I do plan on either bagging this or putting this on coils. I want to have the option of being able to lift it if I need to. Because this is gonna be going off terrain and going into forests and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get off-roading tires. But now it's a blank canvas. So from here, basically I'm just gonna take my photos and then we'll go home and then do our concepts, our rough sketches. We'll just do it all in Photoshop. Woo! Ka-chick, ka-chick, ka-chick. Right friends, it's pretty clean here. Let's go home and ideate. All right, let's design our dream mini compact studio camper. So I have a full playlist of micro camper conversions. People who have actually already done this with their XB. We definitely have our work cut out for us. See, this is actually perfect. It gives me an exact idea of how to work around the top of the coils. As you can see, they just made it work around it, right? So it's actually so perfect.
I want to be able to put a Coke cooler down there and then just flip this thing up with the hinges to get to it. And really right, fix my sink.
Genius.
All done.
All right, let's open up Photoshop. Get the right size brush. So from the back here, my plan is to put some sort of futon or like a cot here. It'll have to go over the coil. That's really where we have to play around with our framing. In behind there, it's going to be hollow, so we can actually have a little backing to our chair here. Mind you, this is like insanely rough, okay? Then on this side, we will have our cabinet system, which I might actually have either going all the way to the roof, or I'll have a little spacing on the top here, so just more extra storage space, really. Something like that. Over here, this is going to be a fold-up desk. This will probably go all the way to the back. Doesn't look like a Dougie. But this is going to be completely built there. Again, this is where our couch is going to go. And then obviously underneath everything, like the floorboards down here, definitely where the floor goes down a little bit, this can be actually some storage space too. All of this will be covered. Actually, if I want to be realistic, it's probably going to have to match the front seat. So yeah, the aisle itself is going to be kind of skinny, but it'll be enough leg room for us to like sit comfortably while we're doing our work inside the car. And right beside the cabinet is going to be our sink area, where underneath we keep like kitchen supplies, I guess, and that's where the water is going to go, which is going to be connected to a faucet, but it will also double as a table. There'll be a board on this side of the cabinet, and then that'll come down, and then that'll pretty much just cover the sink. And then I can sit over here, do my drawings while looking out this window space at beautiful Alberta mountain scenery. On this side pillar right here, I plan on reinforcing it so I can actually put a TV mount, and then we'll have a mini TV here, the smallest TV we can get. I can watch some anime while I draw. I think I'll have magnetized cupboards. I don't know how it's going to be composed or how many shelves are going to be in there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I'm going to make it super efficient. Just exactly like how Japanese are space efficient. That's why they're like the top leaders in microvans and K cars. My idea also is there's going to be a board here that is attached to some sort of hinge that goes down, and then it can be set up with leg attachments, and then that will act as like a cutting board. kitchen preparation meal table, and also just an extra outdoor picnic table. Try to draw this as accurate as I can. And then the system for us to be able to turn it into a bed, like I showed you guys earlier, is that 2x4 setup that goes into one another. It's genius, but it really does save space. And then you'll notice that, yes, right here, the floor does sink a little bit lower than this area. We're going to be using both this and this side as storage. Genius hinge setup that I'm going to be stealing from this lady's video, where I can actually just lift up the cot. I don't have to remove any of the framing. I can just lift it up and store whatever I need under there. Most likely that's where the fridge and the cooler is going to go, unless I can fit it in here, like a super mini fridge, you know, as long as it has a freezer too. Now this is where I'm kind of like iffy. I don't know if I should just stop the table right there and then have this as open space. Actually, no, that's a good idea. But then I can actually, when I put this part of the table down to cover the sink, I can probably like make some sort of extra board hinge setup down here that goes up like this, so that completes like a real full table. And then I can actually have more leg room right here for when I'm sitting down and drawing and watching anime on this TV. Remember, this is just like really basic rough idea, guys. Doing these rough concept drafts on Photoshop just makes me more sure of these things, you know? So that's my idea for the XB. I'm just gonna end this video. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'm excited to start this XB build, and I'm excited to share with you guys the build process. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Peace.